Hello, gorgeous soul friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Hannah. Welcome to my channel, and it's such an honor to be a part of your wondrous earth experience today. So this video is going to be about micromanaging your manifestation and how it can be counterproductive to the process of creation within your life. So a lot of people fall into this whole needing to microanalyze and overthink and try to cater every decision, every action, every word that they say to the path of creation and to whatever reality that they're trying to bring about. And this can be counterproductive to the process of conscious manifestation because it's really the act of trying that repels a lot of experiences from our awareness. So manifestation is a process that is completely organic and natural. Like I said, it's happening whether we're aware of it or not. And oftentimes our manifestation unfolds in a way that is most organic and natural to us. So we don't even know that it's happening a lot of the times when it is happening. It seems so natural and mundane until we reflect back on the situation and realize that it was just one massive domino effect that took us to the experience that we were ultimately intending to create. So the biggest thing that you can do for yourself in this path of work is to relax. And I know that I say path of work, right? Even though there's not really much work that's needed to be done, the only work that's needed here is for you to refine your sense of knowing and for you to disband all disbelief related to getting your manifestation. So you don't even really have to believe that you're going to manifest a certain thing. You just have to disband the part of you that doesn't believe that you can get it. And when you're micromanaging and microanalyzing and overthinking, that's coming from a place of subtle disbelief, okay? Because if you really believed that you were on the path to getting whatever it is that you were intending, doesn't matter what it is, you can manifest anything that you want. Don't let anybody tell you any other way. But whenever you have a sense of disbelief, any ounce of disbelief, you will look for any little reason to force or push or overthink or go back and doubt yourself. An example of this is feeling like you need to act a certain way or say certain things in order to get your specific person to like you back, or feeling like you need to do certain things or take certain pathways in order to get a certain job or to manifest a home or a car or whatever it is that you're looking to create in your life. You don't need to do anything other than know you're going to get that thing or that person or that experience. So the knowing is the secret. The knowing is the key. The unwavering, shameless knowing is what's going to take you to your manifestation. It doesn't matter what you do. You could even be taking actions that are seemingly in the opposite direction of where you're attempting to go. But as long as you maintain that faith and that strong, unwavering, shameless knowing, you are going to create that experience. It will fall into your lap. It will unfold in a way that is so unexpected. And I've seen this in my own life. There have been so many moments in my life where I've gotten manifestations even through doubt, even with having anxiety about them, even with being fearful that it wasn't going to work out. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you believe in yourself or not. I mean, it definitely helps, and I think it does play a role to refine your sense of self-confidence and your sense of belief. And you can do that through affirming. You can do that through affirmation tapes. So incorporating practices such as affirmation and self-empowerment techniques is key, but really the knowing is what's going to bring you your manifestation. You could be somebody who doesn't have a strong sense of self. You could be somebody who constantly questions yourself or constantly worries about outcomes or has anxiety or anything and still get your manifestation as long as you know and you continue to affirm that knowing, even through the anxiety, even through the self-doubt, you will get whatever it is that you're seeking. And you can change circumstances at the drop of a hat by simply deciding to think differently, by simply deciding that different is going to happen. And I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video has created some type of misfortune in their life at some point, even if it's not now. Maybe in the past you've created unfortunate circumstances for yourself unconsciously, not knowing that you were doing it. But even in those circumstances, you can flip and turn things around even instantly. There have been so many shit shows in my life that I have turned around in a matter of days or hours or even minutes by just thinking myself out of them. And you can do the same. So that's why I'm here to remind you, because sometimes that's all we need is just a little boost from a friend on the internet who tells us that we can do it. You can do it, okay? I can do it, you can do it, we can all do it. And you can do it without constantly thinking about whether or not you're doing it right, okay? As long as you intend something to happen, you're doing it right. It doesn't matter whether or not you think you're taking the steps to that thing or experience or person or not. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're intending for something to happen. Because you have set that intention into motion, the dominoes will fall. And like I said, you won't always see the dominoes falling in the moment, but it will happen. And you will look back in the past and reflect upon the dominoes falling. And you will be wowed with yourself. You could be doing what you think is the opposite of what's going to take you to your manifestation. But as long as you tell yourself through that action or through that decision or through what you're saying, as long as you're telling yourself internally, I am getting my manifestation. It is happening for me now. It unfolds for me right now. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything is unfolding for me. Everything always works out for me. As long as you keep that mode of thinking going on throughout the circumstances and keep that consistent state of knowing throughout whatever your 3D is showing you, you will get whatever the fuck you want, okay? It is that easy. Manifestation is so fucking easy, but we have a tendency to overcomplicate it for ourselves. Or at least you did in the past, but not anymore. Not after watching this video. Because I'm intending for you that you're going to get your manifestation. And I'm intending for you that everything is working out for you now. And even if you've experienced resistance, even if you're feeling hopeless, you're going to get your manifestation. In fact, you're going to see evidence right after this video that's going to show you and confirm what I'm saying. That's how confident I am in you. Okay? You don't even need to be confident because I'm confident for you. Okay? But you're gonna get it. You don't need to analyze. You don't need to constantly check yourself. You don't need to constantly be going back and forth and wondering, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Was that decision the right way? Is this the right path? Like, you don't have to question yourself. You know what you're doing, even when you don't know what you're doing. That's the mind fuck of this whole thing. Like, you just have to keep telling yourself that you know what you're doing. And if you have uncertainty, and if you start questioning yourself, literally just affirm that you know what you're doing. It doesn't matter that I'm doubtful. It doesn't matter that I don't think I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, even when I think I don't. That is the key. Shameless, unwavering knowing, and shameless, unwavering confidence in yourself. Okay? And it doesn't matter what anybody fucking tells you, okay? I don't give a shit what Sally or Bob or Kyle or anybody has to say about it. Okay? You let them say whatever the fuck they want, and it's just noise. It is just background noise while you continue to create the experience that you want to create. Okay? Because this is your world, boo-boo. We're all just living in it. We are all just living in each other's worlds because we are God perceiving God. That is what we all are. We are just a collective God source that is coming together and perceiving God within each other. We are the God of our subjective experience. I don't give a shit how uncomfortable that is for some people to hear. Because so many people have been convinced that there is something outside of them creating their fortune and misfortune. But the whole time, baby, it's been you. Okay? It has been you this whole time. It doesn't mean you're to blame or that you should hold any sense of guilt for anything that's happened to you, anything negative that's occurred in your life. Okay, there's no guilt to be had. You can forgive yourself for not knowing. It's not your fault that you didn't know any of this information. It's been occulted for thousands of years, okay? It's really only up until recently that this stuff has been okay to talk about. We are all just filters for Source to fractal itself down and experience itself as a sentient being, experiencing itself in the material realm. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're a bad person for wanting money, or for wanting a certain type of car, or for wanting a nice house, or for wanting good for yourself. Because I'm telling you, there are a lot of people that will. Because there's just so much deception within this world that has disempowered the masses. But it's not your responsibility to cater to them. It is not your responsibility to make them feel comfortable. It's not your responsibility to shrink yourself down in order for them to feel good about themselves. The only responsibility that you have is to yourself, and really just to be a kind person. Because even though people may have been deceived with a lot of the deception and the narratives that have been pushed through all of these different religions and whatnot, it's not really their fault either. So the best thing we can do is be kind to them and show them some compassion. You can't use overt force in the 3D to change people or to make them see your way. You can only change yourself and your perceptions of those people and watch how they change, because they will. Because ultimately everybody is just reflecting back our perceptions of them. But that's literally the only thing that you need. You don't need to take this step or that step or make this decision or say this one thing or that one thing in order to get people to like you, in order to get a certain experience to happen for you. You don't need to do anything. You can literally sit locked away in a room and just affirm over and over and over again and impress upon yourself that you have a certain experience or a person or a thing or whatever, and it will come to you. It will literally show up at your door. And there is evidence of this happening for people, okay? There's people on the internet, on YouTube, who've talked about this happening for them locking themselves in a room and affirming 100 times or whatever. You don't have to do all of that, of course. I personally don't. I just live my life. I just live my life carefree. I do what I like to do. Many of you know I like to garden. I like to hang out with my cats. I like to play video games. I like to hang out with my boyfriend. I just do that. I just do the things that I like to do. I do my best to be present within every moment of my experience. Of course, the ego gets to us all. We all get kind of swamped up in it sometimes, in the fear, in the stress, whatever it may be. We're all human, but that doesn't take us away from our ability. It's always happening for us, whether we're aware of it or not, even when we forget. This is really meant to be a carefree journey. And ultimately, the goal of this journey is to make you more carefree. It is your birthright to create your experience. Do not let anyone or any entity or any organization or any belief system take that away from you. And hell, don't let yourself take that away from you. Because oftentimes, that's who takes it away from us most. Because we are choosing what to believe. We are choosing what we allow into our life. We are choosing what we accept. So as long as you are consciously taking initiative to refine that sense of knowing and remain true and whole within that sense of knowing, everything will unfold effortlessly for you. You don't have to grip so hard to a certain way or a certain path or a certain mode of getting your manifestation. It's going to happen. And it's oftentimes going to happen in the most unexpected way. So you have to be prepared for that as well. And you have to accept that. You're oftentimes not going to be able to control the way that it happens. And that's okay. Because even with not being able to control the way that it happens, it's still going to happen the way that you want it to. And that's all you need to know. You don't need to know the why or the when or the how or the where. You just need to know that it is happening for you. And it's happening in the way that you want it to happen. So that's really the conclusion of this video. Like I said, if you feel like you are wavering within your sense of knowing, if you feel like you're having to kind of microanalyze everything that you're doing or saying, just take a step back. Stop worrying about it so much. Watch a movie, hang out with some friends, play with your pet, you know what I mean? Do something that brings you into the present moment where you're not thinking so much about the future. And just know that even in doing that, even in stepping away from your manifestation practice, you're still manifesting and you're still getting what you want. That's going to take you to your manifestation quicker than trying to take all of these different steps to get to your manifestation. You're very powerful, and you're most powerful when you let go of the need to try so hard. But I love you guys so much. Feel free to check out my book, guys, The Big Book of Affirmations. I'm so excited. I'm a published author now. I manifested this for myself, guys. This is a manifestation success story. Right here on this table, this is something that I manifested for myself. So I will be making a video on this book soon and kind of going through it and showing you, what this book has to offer. But it's on Amazon. Check it out. Get a copy for yourself. Get one for your friend, whatever feels right for you. It's really pretty. I specifically made this book to be very aesthetic, so you can put it on a coffee table or on a bookshelf, make it look real nice in your house. But this is a book that is aimed to completely transform your life, so I suggest taking a look-see at it and seeing what you think. If you feel you need a little extra hand-holding and you want to get a one-on-one session with me, check it out down below on my website. You can also get a personal subliminal if that's something that resonates with you. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.